I'm Warrant Officer 1 Steve Cass, and as the Warrant Officer of the Naval Service, I'm visiting our sailors to get their thoughts on the top 10 issues facing the Navy today.
How are you, sir?
How's it going? Good, yeah.
Good, thank you.
What's going on here then, lads?
The engine was fitted late last year, so this is the first major set of maintenance. So what we're going to do is, we've got a DTI gauge, we'll get that in position to the right place, and then what we'll do is, as we turn the engine over, almost one complete revolution, I set points, we'll read the gauge, and that'll give us an indication of how the engine's sitting. By doing this, we hopefully will take this engine to its full service life and we'll get 5 years out of it.
Okay.
So you've got a rig ratchet, okay?
Yeah.
You've got the engine starter ring that's in there. Goes in, locates on a stud in there. However, if you do drop it, you will be going in there after it, and as you can see, it goes all the way down the bottom.
Thank you very much.
No pressure.
As far as the 9-month deployment cycle is concerned, those that are actually doing them, as long as they get pre, mid and post-deployment leave, and the program more or less sticks to what is advertised, then they're generally content. Have you heard any similar or different?
I think once you get into the deployment mindset, people settle into it.
Yeah.
But it's the disruption to the other ships either side of it.
Yeah.
If you need to take leave, another ship's either got to take the slack for whatever you were going to do there. So yes, it alleviates an issue one place, but it also then puts pressure somewhere else. What did you get?
Well, my dodgy eyesight, 2 point something.
Right, we'll not go with that one. Deployments and operational commitments are only one small aspect of what we're asked to do, though. The problem you've got is, in between them, we've done things like Bournemouth air shows, OSTs, operations with foreign navies, and that can sometimes mean being away from home for a month, be back in base port for a week, which is not a week at home. We don't come alongside to tie up and then lock the door. We just complete a NATO deployment, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
But where we thought we were going to be able to get parts quite readily, we couldn't. So by the time we got back to Portsmouth, we had to list all the parts were there, and again you're back to the somebody needs to fix it.
So you're working just as hard when you're back than you are when you're away?
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
And it's a bit like your car.
So you must be mad to join a branch like this, or is this the kind of thing that you wanted to do?
Well, it's sort of something I've always wanted to do personally. The idea of fixing an engine on a warship sort of jumped at me.
Convinced you made the right choice?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for anything.
And you want to get promoted?
I'd like to gain a bit more experience throughout the wider Navy, as in different class of ship or different type of draft, working on different equipment.
Yeah.
So for me it'd be the experience side of things, and then promotion is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And do you get the ability for any sort of leadership type roles yourself, of taking charge of some of the other lads?
Yeah, the less experienced lads who come through and join straight out of training, or having no previous ships before joining this one, you sort of take them under your wing, and you're given a bit of trust and a bit of freedom to sort of say, right, show these lads what to do, how to do it, oversee to make sure they're doing the right thing.
And you feel connected to the divisional chain, that if you've got an issue that you need to flag up, or if you want to talk about maybe a preference for a different platform type to go on, you've got the route to be able to do that?
Yeah, the divisional system on this ship at least is brilliant. Yeah, if you have a divisional matter that needs attending to, there's always someone who you can talk to, and they do really tell you that all throughout your entire time in the Navy, all through training, all the way up to where we are now.
I'm not going to lie, this one's the hardest reading out of all of them.
Flipping heck, you're having a laugh. People joining the Navy today are a different class of people to, as far as what they expect, what they want, what they're used to. And this is one of the ships that's having Wi-Fi when you go away on deployment.
Yeah.
How do you view that? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
I think it's brilliant, because like you said, people are changing. I can now message home when I'm away, you know, even just to say hello or good night or something like that. That makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Is it strong enough to be able to FaceTime, or is it an iMessage type thing? Can you
No,
stream
so you can't FaceTime. You can use things like WhatsApp, and you can message you can't stream, so it's only very basic.
Yeah.
But
But can you get photographs through from
Yeah.
home and stuff like that?
yeah, you can get pictures, things like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes it might take a while, depends how many people are using it. Like I said, it's basic, but basic is a hell of a lot better than none at
Than none
all.
at
So
all. Yeah.
The improved connectivity is like a double-edged sword, because we get used to the way we live and dealing with the situation you're in. Sometimes you're in more dangerous situations than you like to tell your wife or your kids. But because of that instant sort of like the emails, or if you've got Wi-Fi on, they can sort of like bypass the whole system and give you the bad news direct.
Right.
And sometimes it can hit you, especially young lads, can hit them like a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
You go away for potentially 9 months. In 9 months, a lot can happen. People get married, kids are born, people die. You're 8,000 miles away. Oh, I've crashed the car. What can you do? And it's worse for you because this is never going to go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you've still got to do this as well as trying to sort your family out. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't give anybody a lot of credit for.
So what gets us through those times where we get that phone call or that email back that highlights a problem at home?
Anybody who says they'll go through 6-month deployment and not have a law or struggle with something is lying, I think, personally. The division system's good, so if you've got like a major issue, the Navy will move heaven and earth to get you back home. But I think out of a group of lads, you normally, everybody's got 2 or 3 people they trust a little bit more than everybody else on board.
Yeah.
We'll all help each other, because you help somebody on a Monday, you never know when you're going to get the bad news. It could be you on the Friday he's like, right, let's go. And you just get each other through. Remember, if the job's into something, you're going after it.
Yeah, thanks. It'll affect my work-life balance if I do that. My wife will leave me. What did you get?
2 1/4.
2.24 I make that, not 2.25.
Obviously, you're operating on a greater degree of precision than we do.
It was that parallax that sorted it out. So it's intolerance then?
Yeah.
It's a good news.
Yeah.
So are you going to make the CO sweat for a bit before you tell him the good news?
Yeah.
Wait until just before you're secure, get him anxious.
We'll do another set just to double check,
Yeah.
and then we'll button it all back up.
Thanks very much for that, for the
No problem.
insight.
Yeah, cheers, sir.
and
Thanks for your time.
yeah, and you. And best of luck
Quite a
for
proper
the next
engineer
few
now.
weeks. A proper engineer.
Yeah.
The smell of oil, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clearly it's not all doom and gloom out there, and clearly we're making progress in some areas, but there's more to do. Everyone has got a piece to say and everyone has got a part to play in how we take these matters forward.